Hello everyone, and welcome back to our video series on using badges, or actually more than that, but gamification in the classroom. And in this particular episode, I want to focus more about badges and rewarding badges. Now, in the last episode, I talked about my use of gamification in the classroom, and I focused on how I do award badges to my students. How I do that in this video, I want to talk about is the creation of badges. Now, as I mentioned before, for me, it's a motivational aspect. I remember starting off with a sticker chart years ago, and I would award stickers for achievements on tests and quizzes. And if you got 5 stickers, you might get a star, and that star might be bonus points on your average. And that sort of carried over to the use of badges, taking the place of the old-fashioned sticker board. And for me, again, I award my class is a class in American history, but it's actually a class in American military history. And my students actually are awarded badges that mimic the look and feel of military badges. That kind of gives a neat appeal to it. And then if they earn 5 badges, they get a rank, and then they keep on earning more and more ranks. And by earning ranks, they actually get bonus points on their final quarter averages. Okay. Now they earn badges for doing well on some online quizzes. They earn badges for doing well if they win a debate, for a group activity. If they do really well in discussion, just for a variety of reasons, I might award a badge. And they really get involved. They really get into it. They really get excited about that. And it's publicly displayed, as I already showed you in the last video, on the back wall of my room, all the badges, all the ranks, and so forth. So it's also displayed on Schoology, which I use here, but I also use it for my high school students as well. So this particular episode, we're going to focus on how you make some badges, and I'm going to ask you to watch this video that I made already for you, where I sort of outline how I make badges on Schoology. All right. Now, again, there's multiple places to make badges. If you're an Edmodo user, you might make badges at Edmodo. If you're a Google Classroom user, you might make badges there. So it depends on really where you're housing a lot of your online information. But I like to use Schoology, so I make all my badges right within Schoology, which is very, very convenient. Okay. So that's where I do a lot of my badges. So I'm going to ask you sort of to watch how I make badges on Schoology. Okay, so that'd be a really good video to check out. Okay, now another 2 websites here are guides to badging, and this is an awesome guide to badges in education. And it kind of gives you sort of the background of where this all began, even with the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts getting badges, how important that was, getting those patches on that sash. And then this is really what inspired me, because again, my course is a course on American military history. So this was a nice way to incorporate some of that, how the military uses badges. And our students who are already involved in gaming really like getting badges for doing well in certain gaming and achieving different levels. So there really plays into sort of the culture of what students are already exposed to from their early years in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, even to different gaming that they might be involved in. So this gives you a chance how to apply it in your own classroom, and targets, having specific targets or random targets or extraordinary targets. How do you give out badges? This is a great site, Class Badges, which if you do not have an LMS like a Schoology or a sort of a tool like Edmodo, if you're not using that, this is actually a place where you could just create and sign in and create classes where you can actually award badges to students right through this website, which is really nice. So if you're not using some of those other websites that I mentioned, those other services, you can actually just use this. So that's a great opportunity. This is just some of the criticism of badges, but this is a great article. The other one I have here for you is just 5 awesome resources for badges in your classroom. Okay, so it kind of gives you some great other ones. Maybe you can do one through Credly, Mozilla, Edmodo, the class badges that I already talked about. So there's some great aspects there. So I hope this will be a good place to really start. To try to develop your own badges and create your own badges, and try to think about how you might incorporate this into your own curriculum. All right, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.